All right, diving in. Today, we're going to get into this whole hard abs thing.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants those.
Right.
We're going to be looking at specifically a workout by Mike Cree.
Okay.
And, we've got his actual workout plan,
Interesting.
like the exercises he recommends, like the specifics of how he says to do it.
Gotcha.
And so what we're going to be trying to do is really suss out, like, okay, if you're someone who is looking to strengthen your core, what can we take away from this? What are the principles?
Right. And it's good to remind everyone this is not necessarily an endorsement of one particular method. This is more like, what can we learn?
Yeah.
What can we explore from how this guy's approaching it? You know?
Exactly. Exactly. So, okay, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Highway starts off, strong emphasis on stretching
Okay.
before and after you do the workout.
Right.
And then also, he says you got to do a daily 3-mile run.
3 miles, huh?
Which, okay, whatever. Running's good for you.
Sure.
But then he gets into the specifics, and this is where I was like, oh, interesting.
Right.
He says you should run with somebody faster than you.
Oh, wow.
He says you should run during the day, and no music.
No music, huh?
You should be aware of your surroundings and
Wow.
and even dress modestly.
All right. So, a lot of specifics there. What do you make of all that?
Well, yeah, I mean, so the running with somebody faster than you, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it pushes you.
It pushes you, yeah. It's like a built-in kind of,
Like a pacing.
pacing. Yeah, exactly.
A natural sort of progression.
And then the daytime, no music thing, I think he's going for, like, being present in the moment.
I see. Yeah.
Like, being aware of your body.
Mindful running.
Yeah, mindful running. And then the clothing, who knows? Maybe he's just like, doesn't want distractions,
Yeah. Minimize the
Minimize the variables.
variables, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
interesting.
interesting stuff. So you've got this foundation of running. What's next?
Okay, so then we get into the actual, like, ab work. This is all done on a mat.
Right.
And it starts with this progression of crunches. So you start with regular crunches.
Okay.
Then you go to reverse crunches.
Okay.
And then back to regular crunches.
Oh, interesting. So like a sandwich?
Yeah, like a little crunch sandwich.
Crunch sandwich. Okay.
And he's very specific about, like, keeping your head, neck, and back all in alignment.
Right.
Lifting your shoulders off the mat.
Sure. Yeah. Proper form.
Yeah, that's important, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You don't want to hurt yourself.
So then it gets into special crunches.
Yeah.
And special leg lifts.
Okay. So now we're getting fancy.
Yeah, the special crunches. You keep your arms straight out, elbows back, still maintaining that straight line with your body. And then the special leg lifts are halfway up.
So not all the way up?
Not all the way, no.
Yeah.
And he specifies, like, legs straight.
All right.
Never letting your feet touch the ground. 15 reps, each of those.
Oh, okay. So it's like a different kind of challenge, right?
Yeah, I think it's about, like, working those lower abs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the straight arms in the crunch make it harder.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that halfway leg lift, it's just constant tension.
Yeah.
I see. So he's getting those little nuances in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so then,
All right, what's next? More crunches.
well, we're not done with the crunches yet,
Okay.
but it gets kind of crazy. So then we go to double specials.
Double specials.
This is where you're basically doing the special crunch and the special leg lift at the same time.
So like a V-up kind of thing.
Yeah, like a V-up. 10 reps of those.
Okay, 10 reps. All right, I'm feeling the burn already.
And then he throws an extra special.
Extra specials. What could that even be?
This is where, okay, picture this. You're basically rocking back and forth
Okay.
at a 170-degree angle.
170 degrees. That's so specific.
Yeah, it's like almost flat, but not quite.
Mm.
And the big thing is you got to keep your core tight.
Right.
And you're not allowed to use your arms to help.
No, using your arms. So it's all core strength.
All core, yeah. Again, 10 reps of those.
Man, this guy's really targeting those abs from every angle, huh?
Yeah, he is. I mean, that 170 degrees, I don't know what it is about that specific angle.
Yeah, it's got to be something about, like, the way the muscles are engaged. Right?
Yeah. Something about, like, maximum core engagement or something.
Yeah, it's got to be. You don't just pick a number like that out of thin air.
No, exactly. Okay, so after that, we get another set of regular crunches.
Back to the basics.
Back to basics, yeah. And then we go to obliques.
Okay, so hitting the sides now.
Yeah, 50 reps per side.
50? Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and he has this cue. He says, nose to knee, not knee to nose.
Nose to knee, not knee to nose. Okay, so like you're bringing the rib cage towards the hip.
Yeah, exactly. And still, like keeping your arm, neck, head all aligned.
Yeah. Good form. Always good form.
Yeah. Look,
so you're really getting that twist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to feel it in the obliques.
That makes sense. So you're working those obliques.
Then more regular
Yeah,
crunches,
crunches.
leading into, get this, 25 bicycle crunches.
Bicycle crunches. Oh, yeah.
Where you're really focusing on extending the legs fully.
Yeah, because you have full range of motion.
Yeah, and not like straining your neck as you bring your elbow to your knee.
Right. Yeah, because that's easy to do with those.
Yeah, easy to cheat on those.
And it's not really working the abs if you're doing that, right?
Exactly. Okay, are you ready for the holds?
The holds, bring them on. I'm feeling strong.
Okay, so first, a 30-second static crunch hold.
Static, so you're just holding it.
Yeah, legs extended, shoulders off the ground.
Okay, I can do that.
And he actually says you should be shaking if you're doing it right.
Oh, if you're shaking, it's working.
Yeah. So if you're not shaking, you're not doing it right. And then immediately after that,
So no rest.
no rest, you go straight into a 20-second leg raise hold.
Okay, so holding your legs up,
Yeah, and this is where it gets kind of weird again. So you start at 45 degrees.
25 degrees. Okay.
Go to 30,
30, getting lower,
and then almost flat.
almost flat. Wow, and holding it the whole time.
Holding it the whole time. And again, he's very specific, like, don't let your shoulders touch the ground.
Right.
Don't let your legs touch the ground.
So it's all about that core strength and endurance, huh?
Yeah, it's like a real test.
Man, those static holds, I bet those are killer.
Yeah, they are. And so those are isometric exercises, right?
Yeah, so you're building strength in that specific position.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, and then,
Wait, there's more.
well, the workout wraps up with, you guessed it, more regular crunches.
Of course. Got to get those crunches in.
And then 50 bicycle crunches.
50 bicycle crunches to finish it off.
Wow.
Yeah.
But a key principle throughout all of this, and this is important,
Okay.
is progressive overload.
Progressive overload. So like doing a little bit more each time.
Exactly. He says you should increase each exercise by 1 rep every day.
Every day.
Yeah, until the whole workout takes longer than 15 minutes.
Okay, so it's like a built-in way to make sure you're constantly challenging yourself.
Yeah, you're always pushing a little further.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean,
Yeah.
your muscles got to adapt, right?
Yeah, if you want to see results.
If you want to get those hard abs, got to keep pushing it. But safely, of course.
Right, and that's the other thing, like, throughout all of this, he keeps saying, don't cheat.
Yeah, he's really emphasizing that.
Like, over and over again.
Form over everything.
Yeah, proper form is key.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to injure yourself.
No, you don't. So when you look at it all together,
Yeah.
Mike Huey's approach to getting hard abs, it's really structured, right?
Yeah, it's very systematic.
It's like he's hitting the abs from every angle.
She's got all these different variations.
Yeah, different types of exercises. He's got the progressive overload built in, and he's just drilling down on this idea that you got to have correct form. You can't cheat.
Right.
You know? So it's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
It is interesting. And I think, it raises a good question for our listeners.
Yeah.
Because we've gone through all these details, some of them very specific.
Yeah.
Like, what stands out to you?
Yeah.
What do you, like, that's interesting. I never thought about that before.
Yeah.
Or, man, that sounds really hard. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
And then how can you take those ideas, the different exercises,
Yeah.
the progressive overload, the focus on form,
Right.
and apply them to your own fitness journey,
Yeah.
whatever your goals are.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be hard abs.
Exactly. But how can you take those principles and make them work for you?
That's a good question. Something to think about.
Yeah, something to ponder.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
Always a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.